6 7. I don't know why I was I don't know, I was so clever. Yeah, me too, me too. Six. Oh, thank you for giving me.
Funny look. Funny looking. Nah, he sounds like he's.
German and Indian at the same time.
He sounds like he's from the. He sounds like he's from United Kingdom and like he's from like England. Like he's like from Scotland. Like he's from Scotland. And then he.
Me too, bro. Me too. Have my monitor dog and now playing with my toes. Are you funny? Are you so funny? What do you mean I'm funny? 6 7 6 7.
Is my mic working? I'm pretty sure it's working. Yeah, it's working. Reset. I better be thinking.
Could cost you anything. It was only 10 points of differential between first and second going into this game. Even third was less than 50 points overall, more than enough to change the tide because it's outside of the placement points so far. Last we saw was about 19 teams still left alive. Still 19 teams in the game, but one does go down. Craze was the one that did get cleaned up. It's only guessings. That might be Bugha, Craze, and Threats out of the lobby.
Old Peterbot Ritual, the first to play for a little bit of that elevated high ground here. I like this positioning. I think they are recognizing, too, they need a win. And, whoa, little delivery from Donnie there. Insta elimination, too. Notice Cove wants his team, though, before he goes to even dares to look at that loot there. There's a bit too much going on beneath them.
Yeah, no knock. Straight elim. Bugha, Craze, and Threats officially out. Around 19th place, so no placement points for them so far. Clix, Yamzo, and Higgs are feeling the pressure from across. A bunch of players spraying their way in. They're trying to get off that bottom layer, but Clix does a good job. Not only getting the shield down, but leaving them with just a sliver of HP, but it's more than one. It's more than two. It's almost 3 to 4 or 5 even teams shooting in this direction. Yamzo's going to go down. You see the material count relatively low. No hard match. They're building in wood. That's a huge sign of weakness. The spray is relentless, and I don't think it's going to stop.
It's Peterbot straight up from up top. They're kind of initiating this. They're almost signaling to the lobby, get in here, add that damage, and they just get focused right back to the start of the game. PH Zin also had a little bit of an influence on that one. And that's just tough, right? Oh my
game.
gosh. Yeah, this entire pocket right here, bad news, bad business.
I feel so bad because I've been in that situation. I'm not even a tenth of the way as skilled as these players, but I've been in that situation before, and it sometimes feels like there's no hope of making it out, and already 2 different teams got claimed because of that entire situation. So a 10-point lead is almost guaranteed to be diminished yet again. Peterbot, Cold, and Ritual. But let's go ahead and say Kanata, Bolts, and Rapid as well have a chance to move up the leaderboard as well, from 3rd to possibly getting 2nd or 1st.
Oh, most definitely. They were one of those teams in the focus fire. Peterbot getting a little sample of what that feels like, and he knows what to do. Change layers instantly there. Gotta give it up, and it's Kanata who goes up top as well. But that same team just focuses onto them, and then Bolt has to come in, pick him up in misform, but Rapid puts a little wall down there, so it kind of slows things down for a second, but the pressure's still coming through. King's Trio's the one on the other layer right in front of them. They actually leave Kanata behind, so clearly Rapid couldn't even pick up the body.
Wait a minute.
Might get him. They might get him. It's a miss. Med miss there. Kept him in the game. I don't even know who dropped that. It could have been Rapid. Could have left him there with the med miss. Who knows? Just have to find out later.
And they have a couple of more in their inventory.
Crazy.
And you see Bolts, the selfless play coming out of Bolts. Yo, my man, you could take this cape. You got it. I got some dashes. I can smoothly move around, maybe just a little bit better with my health, shields, and everything that I have. But the high ground goes on over to Josh, Tyler, and Curb. They've been through the ringer so far during this FNCS, but it's a day 2 opportunity to start to build that confidence and have an avalanche of momentum start to go in your stride.
You know what? You got to give them all the credit. The way they managed to really bully high ground right there. It was their doing of focusing in on anyone who wanted to contest them and see eye to eye. And just like that, it manages to give them a little bit of a lead here in the lobby here. And they're determining the pace of this endgame. That is not something you see a newer trio like this do. A team that hasn't had as much experience in endgame, but they are playing like professionals right now. I mean, look at that. You got Peter's team in shambles. You got Kanata's trio clearly in shambles. And look at this. The pressure coming from the top down is exactly how you're supposed to do this.
Oh, but somebody looked up and chopped it down. One of them is going to fall overall. Cole's going to go down as well, so it's not going to be for free. Bolt's trying to break his way into those cover. The zone is doing so much damage. He has to try to find a way out. He doesn't have the misform. He cannot cape to the other side, but Cole goes down. That's the siphon he was looking for. And 90 left on the chug and the cape as well. Bolts is making magic happen right before our very eyes.
Still clutching up. Meanwhile, Curb also finds an Elim on the backside of zone onto Peterbot, and then another one too. Mud Sphinx and Shadow Dome back in the mix here. Shut down the momentum. Josh was building up with Curve's trio there, and now leaving Curve by himself. And that was a 12 elimination, 5th place for him, but Bolt is the one who's going to go ahead and put the stamp on it, and he is still going in this endgame.
And Bolts, I saw Rapid for a little bit. Kanata's even still alive. Out of the shadows, he emerges, but a whole trio still down below. Cooley and Curly, they're on the other side, but they have to go left. They're just dictating as much of the flow, and even Curly does it again, cutting off their path. Bolts got dropped down to 3 HP, forced to use that misform to try to go to the other side, lands in the zone. He has 40 on the chug. He can't get to full health, but at least he has an opportunity to fight back. He loses his teammate along the way. He's the only solo left in the lobby, but it's not for long. He's going to get taken down. 3v2 opportunity for Muzz, Shadow, and Sphinx to close this one out.
He's big here. Muzz jumping around. He's got that visual, trying to just stay low key here, but cutting him off. Shadow comes down as well. Shadow's just one pump away from getting sent back, though. He's got to be careful. Misform, though. Perfectly done. Down goes Reek. 2v1 situation. Cooper, you're good. But Muzz is here to clean things up, and just like that, they sweep the dust under the rug. Well played for them as they start to put themselves closer to the top.
312 points going into this game in 7th place, and their best game so far through the weekend was a 4th with 13 eliminations. They've been all over the leaderboard. They finally have found their stride and a way to push everything that they face to the side and really hone in here on day 2. They're fighting for that global championship spot with a few other teams, and so far Muzz has been lights out, and this is what you were talking about with him. taking down Josh. Sphinx was staying above. He had the med miss, the justice case in his back pocket.
This is the best we've seen Muzz in recent times. And with Sphinx and Shadow, I just feel like he's finding his new stride here. Now, again, having to come through the LCQ, this is just more proof as to why they are so deserving to be here. Sphinx and Shadow turning up just alongside him. A great victory royale for this team here. And game number 8,
Wait,
Zeke,
Zane.
is now wrapped.
Zane, are you still on YouTube chat?
Muzz! Muzz! Let's go! My king! He got himself a victory royale! Let's go! Kelly, you didn't believe in Muzz. I did. You know what, Muzz? She specifically said, I don't believe in Muzz. There's no way. And I said, no, everyone believes in Muzz. Kelly, that she didn't actually say that. I'm just making that up.
Is that a voice recording of me? Oh my gosh.
Yes, it was. I recorded the message. Muzz, Sphinx, and Shadow get themselves a victory royale. I love in this game, for a moment, things look a little grim, right? We're on the low. We don't have much going on. And suddenly in the 11th zone, they're like, hey, what if we just go for height? Like, what if we, no one up there, right? Like, what if we just take that? And then this kind of leads them to win the game.
Yeah, Muzz, Shadow, Sphinx did an absolutely incredible job there. Watching the low ground, they were sticking to the front of zone and even using some early med mists into Storm to make sure that they're controlling the front of zone, which allowed them to kind of get better awareness onto where high ground was. And like you said, there was no high ground, so going for the eliminations, able to take kind of this like middling high ground, but in reality, they just were going on the aggro. They didn't allow anyone to really like stay calm, compose themselves, and instead able to get those eliminations and that victory royale.
Yeah, I mean, able to find the needed momentum for the victory royale right there, right? That typical position we've been seeing on the low ground where you kind of position yourself right off to the side of the moving zone so you can see everybody kind of rotating in on the ground. That's just lagging a little bit behind. They pick up an elimination there, have the resources to go ahead and justify going up for the high ground. And like Zeke mentioned, there was nobody on height, so they didn't have to take it from height. They just kind of just walked up. We'll talk about all that mess later. But yeah, a good win for this trio, especially in terms of making sure that they stay in contention for that global qualification spot.
Oh man, of course, this is what's going to happen. Every game, the standings are going to change in ways that are not predictable. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to a break. When we return, though, we start to kind of break some of this down. But for Muzz, Shadow, and Sphinx, this is really good. We'll see you soon.
Welcome back, everyone, to the FNCS. In case you missed it, our GOAT, Muzz, Shadow, Sphinx got themselves a Victory Royale in game number 8. Now, it kind of hinted at the standings. That game has some implications, and we'll go to them in just a moment because Peterbot, Cold Ritual, they're still holding down the number 1 spot.
Oh, where's Cooks at? Is he not even top 10? Oh, he's 9. Yeah. Yeah, bro, like, they're just not winning this FNCS either.
But let's just break this down, guys. If Peterbot, Cold Ritual have a spot, if Agers, Acorn, and Boyo have a spot, then that must mean the next 2 spots are in the, top 4. Wait a minute, Muzz is in the top 4!
Oof, Muzz, Shadow, Sphinx, so close to getting that global championship spot. Of course, they are still just right behind Rapid, Kanata, and Bolts. And also Aviv, G-Money, and Rise are hot on their tail as well. So it is not done and dusted yet, but you love to see the improvement. You love to see the climb, and that is exactly what Muzz's trio has been doing. But we got to talk about the team that's been sticking pretty in 3rd place, Kanata, Bolts, and Rapid. Definitely not the best game or the worst game out of them, all things considered, but Bolts, man, time and time again, he's just able to pull out these incredible end games.
Yeah, I felt like this actually should have been a win from this trio. I mean, the high ground was pretty crazy. It should have maybe also potentially been a win from Peterbot's trio as well, because kind of like the same thing happened in Peterbot's trio and Kanata's trio. They both tried to establish height on the front side of moving zone, and it was just like the whole lobby was just like, what if you just don't? And just kept spraying at them, right? Like we saw Peterbot get knocked down. He was like 15 HP, had to drop all the way down, ended up wasting a bunch of resources on that potential play. And then Kanata, we saw one of them get knocked, and for a second we didn't think they were going to get the revive off, and we were like, why are you guys not reviving? But it ended up working out there, right? But yeah, just lost all height identity that game as a result of it, but still able to recover in both of those trios.
I'm telling you, man, I feel like this
Mines are actually fine. Like, bruh, wait, Zane's back? Comp. Zane, do you want to play VR here in a little bit? Oh wait, wait, Zane, did you get a mechanical keyboard? Wait, do you want to play Fortnite? Wait, Zane, do you want to play Fortnite with me? 3 weeks ago, my guy. Dang. Yeah, wait, hold on. Can you go check and see if I actually accepted your request? Cause I'm pretty sure I did, but I don't know, cause it's like, I didn't actually do it on my VR, I just did it on my phone. So it's like, I cannot edit. I got the update for, okay. Moya, why, Moya, like, what is that yawn, Moya? He's like, blah, 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 blah. You are no baby. You're 7 years old. Last year you were 6, now you're 7, so you're basically 6, 7. Bro, I'm actually sorry, bro. Like, I gotta do that. Also, Zane, I'm sorry if it doesn't, like, tell you that, like, I say it right away. There's, like, the latency, so it's, like, harder for people to stream snipe and stuff like that. I don't think anybody's gonna do it to me, but it's literally just, like, a standard and stuff. So, that's why I'm not, like, getting straight back to it. It takes me a minute. It takes me, like, about, like, 6 or, it takes me, like, 6, 7, maybe 8 seconds. I did, okay. Wait, are you talking about the VR friend request? Bro, I'm looking at my phone reading chat and I'm playing crap. No. Yo, Zane, are you ready to go back to school? That's your roof? But Zane, I got Miss Christy Valentine, or not, like, Christy, what I think it's Christy. I got Miss Valentine's class. I got, my homeroom is Miss Valentine, and, I got, like, Sam and Grayson and Brantley and Bryson in my class this year, so. Can you call? Yeah. Will it go through on my phone? But if it doesn't go through on my phone, my mom will probably have to like accept something or something like that, because I have like parental controls, because my last account got kind of like banned or something. So like, well, it's not really banned, like restricted, because I'm underage and I kind of did not know that you had to be 13 to have your own account. So that one kind of just got. I'm like. Wait, no, it's not letting you call. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna put on YouTube real quick, but I'm gonna go check.
Season, we have just seen so many solo moments that have been so like pivotal for a trio, right? That have kept them in the game or earned those little bit of points to just make sure they don't stumble. Bolt, shout outs to you. Of course, we have to continue the conversation though. We wanted to highlight Peterbot here as well. Obviously, these guys are performing very, very well. I think it is funny though that you called that out, Vivid. You know, we saw him dash all the way across the entirety of the zone. And then, yeah, for whatever reason, the entire lobby was like, wait a minute, that's Peterbot. And then everyone just started shooting at him. Then Kanata's like, okay, let me take height from him. They get shot out. He goes down. It was a wild one for the trio.
Or what should have been.
Just crazy stuff, you know what I mean? Like, it should have, like Kelly was saying, it should have been, you know, pretty easy high ground. They had it established, and then, yeah, it was just like the dashes came out. It just couldn't establish it fast enough.
Yeah, for what should have been their game to win, especially after getting Rift Island pretty handily and having high ground for a few zones as well. It's Peterbot just made some interesting plays. He dropped down, and it looked like that was when Kanata's trio was going for high ground, but what should have been an easy disengage just looked so rough, especially for Peterbot. It just seemed like you said everyone turned and focused on them, and when you see them in first place with 519 points, you can understand why. And then Agers, Acord, and Pollo just 12 points behind them. I thought the storyline between these two was done, but we still have the Pollo versus Peterbot. Who's gonna be better? Zeke, we need to find out.
I know. Really quick, before we go to game, I just wanted to highlight that sneaky moment from Peterbot and from Clix. We're just sneaking in over here, trying to attack King PH-Zin and Phaser. And it's funny because we got this angle and it's like, oh, Peterbot's sneaking up. Oh, shoot. And then like moments later, Clix is also...
But I don't care. See, I don't have enough room in my room, so I can't actually plug a lot of my PC plugins. I think classes from my living room. Wait, how far do you want to go? Oh, nice. Mine's like way more expensive than that, but like it's worth it. I have an Apex Pro TKO. Yeah, it's also like one of the most expensive ones for absolutely no reason. But see, the thing is though, it's like, why is the Apex Pro TKO like $200? Why shouldn't it be like, I mean, I'm not really complaining, it's a really good keyboard, but like, this thing though, like, I mean, you get rapid tap, you get 0.1 actuation, the fastest you can get it, and also comes with those things are like I saw you in my class. I got like Sam, Grayson, Brantley, Bryce.